Everything in my story I'm about to present to you is true, but it's also hard to prove. So I put in here just a little of the proof of the paranormal events I have managed to collect over the years and the stories that I have gathered that I know are true and that I have witnessed during the course of my life. Introduction. My friends and a couple of new associates built a working model that demonstrated attraction to electrical fields and submitted that proposal as elemental attraction to NASA in about 96, but it was rejected. NASA chose the tether experiment instead, which also proved part of my theory was correct, and so was Tesla's. See Figure 1. We started on a large-scale device of our own, then we merged it into a twin-engine 1950s Beechcraft, and it did what we thought it would do in the gravity field of the Earth. The gravity suspension device performed beyond our expectations. This proved that Nikola Tesla was unerringly right about electric flying machines. As we searched for information on the net in our own time, we found out that there were other people that were thinking like we were. There were many people with a piece of the information that made them look into this type of science, or who had glimpsed of a phenomena that made them search for a physics that was still unknown. It was only a matter of time until smart people put it all together. I possessed a key that demonstrated it directly. I stumbled upon it and knew what I had discovered was profound. My crew and I are going by different names now, though. We are all underground hiding. The government and NASA would definitely want what we have discovered. We knew if they witnessed the test we conducted before we were ready, one governmental department or another would take it from us, claiming national security or some other excusable nonsense. After realizing what the potential of this machine could be developed into, we decided to stay hidden. Because those in power would take it and then weaponize this technology or stifle it from public eyes for profit and control. We figured also there might be a buyout proposal by a corporation that had it in their best interest to do so. Those who wanted control through centralized petrodollars from oil, gas, and coal. We can now thank these psychopaths for ruining the planet and running it into the ground and assuring mankind's extinction in our near future. This could put us in jeopardy and all could be lost, most significantly our lives, since they control the government as well. Our goal was to stop global warming, to get us off of fossil fuels and nuclear fission with a technology that was more powerful, virtually free, clean, and collectible from anywhere in this universe. We knew what this would mean to the world if we were successful. We decided to remain hidden until it could be revealed to the whole world at once and not to any one country or government. We had realized that an invention like this could make war obsolete or cause one. We had a lot to consider. Yes, we did. We decided to remain hidden until it could be revealed. NASA had forgotten about us. They either thought we were nuts or all those conspiracy about the government already having alien technologies were true. It is a possibility that it has already been given to them or recovered by them. If so, they are way ahead of us. We didn't know if they had the technology or if they were stifling it. We weren't taking any chances. At least that was our thoughts about their underlying response to us. It wasn't what we anticipated, but at least we got a response from them. My crew and I have an advantage now, even if NASA has nothing, and we're still at a loss about such an exotic technology and an unknown physics. So by hiding off the grid, we would still be safe as we duplicated a technology as we now know would work. Mainstream science forces them to think inside the box, but not us. We know what we have. We are not going to allow any of those things to happen to our discoveries if we can help it. We decided how to handle the whole thing later by demonstrating the technology to the whole world at once. That way no one could just take it once we developed it. Many in the world had witnessed strange physics demonstrated in our skies, and now it looked very plausible that we could duplicate a physics that had been revealed in our reality many, many times throughout history. We felt that this should be a gift to the whole world, and the record of this, whether or not it could be true, is in these writings. If you are reading this after 2027, that's normal. If not, the timeline has changed somehow, and you are receiving this from the future. This means there was possibly, a paradox. The paradox may have not affected us because we may have caused it. Prologue. Now, I'm giving you something that ties it all together from the future. Darkness was creeping into my peripheral vision as I fell to my knees. There was a great burning pain in my upper chest, and I started to see my life flash before me. I took great notice, realizing that the cause of my death by friendly fire was accidental and quite ironic. The pain and the heat and the wound brought me back to reality for a moment, and I could see a great explosion from a hovering ship and 2 human mutant hybrids being cut to pieces. Parts of them were raining down on me as I started falling into darkness again in pursuit of conscious reality. And when I started to slip away, I began to review my life. I started remembering the most important parts of my life, the parts where I made a difference. This appeared to be my imminent death and a dissolving of my mind. What makes death frightful is the darkness. Then suddenly there was a voice that insisted that I watch as my mind reviewed my life. The world and the powers in control had made most blind to the truth through vanity, lies, and materialism. And then in my mind I hear a voice. You understand, and it will be revealed. I viewed the most important parts of my life. These were the times of my life that I relived and reviewed that were now extremely relevant. Next, Chapter 1, First Encounter.